Welcome back, everyone. It's June 19th, 2020. I'm Jerry Hall, and here's the view from Costa Rica. A quick peek at the markets today. This is important not because of the price today, but because of the topic of this video. A macro view of the digital asset space. There's a lot more than price going on here, folks, and that's what I really want to draw attention to. So here's a snapshot of today, the market prices. And as we take a look back to the old Wayback Machine, this is June 18th of 2017, you can see several of these assets that are on the board have increased dramatically in price. Well, I'm mainly talking about Bitcoin today versus then. XRP, not so much. Matter of fact, it's lost ground. However, what's important to keep in mind here isn't the price today. I know a lot of us get frustrated that we see so much value being created with the Ripple Net network, new clients, new services, the cloud being introduced, ODL partners coming on board, central banks saving money using the Xcurrent messaging service, yet this price isn't reflected in the asset itself. But you got to ask yourself, are you an investor or are you a trader? Are you in this space today to make some profits for tomorrow? Or are you here to change your life and the generations that follow you? That's the question you got to ask yourself. I'm a firm belief that XRP is a long-term hold, that the real appreciation will be gained when the greater marketplace sees the value. Keep in mind that the digital asset space now is predominantly Bitcoin driven. The big money that is in crypto right this minute is in Bitcoin. It's the narrative being shopped around by the likes of the Mark Yuskos, the Barry Silberts, the Mike Novogratz, the Dan Tapios, to some degree Dan Moorhead, Raoul Pal, etc. But there's another point, and I think it's important to see this from a macro view. When we take a look at what the greater investment world is doing, and I'm talking about stocks and bonds, we can see here from this one particular graphic dated from February 20th to May 15th of this year, 2020, that a large degree of shareholders are selling off their positions in the traditional equity markets. And if you see the age group here, it plays into the retirement thesis that as that generation needs guaranteed money to live the rest of their life, they're taking their dollars out of, well, risk assets and parking it in cash or some degree more stable holdings. There's also that side of those investors who are going to be in the investor game. And you can see here by this particular graph that is brought to us by the Wall Street Journal that investors are sitting on the biggest pile of cash ever. I'm talking about the Warren Buffetts. I'm talking about the Paul Tudor Jones and all of those other folks previously listed. People are stockpiling cash for bargains. While they're waiting and researching, more and more of them will find digital assets. And as the infrastructure, as it pertains to custody solutions, ease of movement, layers such as payer ID, which make it easy and still secure to hold and move digital assets, come on board, my thesis is that there'll be a migration into the digital asset space. Just like there was telecommunications as it transitioned into cellular, and in the stock market through the dot-com boom. This article here from the Daily Hodl, dated June 17, talks about Ripple signing 4 new cross-border clients, and Ripple standing at 14 clients strong utilizing XRP. Now, what to me is really intriguing about this is I scroll down here and I look at these 4 new clients and I see that bank from Brazil. It's Lulu International Exchange. This is an Abu Dhabi-based foreign exchange company. The Forex market presents an incredible opportunity for XRP to shine. This digital asset that achieves settlement of value within seconds cannot be ignored in a marketplace that traditionally takes 2 to 3 days for value to settle. Messaging is wonderful when you have tons of money locked in Nostra Vostra accounts. But if you don't, or you don't want that capital seized up in those accounts, the alacrity in which XRP settles cannot be matched in the marketplace today. Capital will flow to it. It always does. So I'm very, very encouraged that more and more foreign exchange companies start to sign on board with RippleNet. I don't think it'll be too long before we start seeing currency trades settled in XRP, balance sheets reconciled at the end of each business day, not having to wait days for settlement. All this is right in front of us. It's all being lined out. I mean, heck, Ray Charles can see where this is going, folks. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, so can you. So don't get frustrated in the daily undulations or lack thereof in the retail market price. The tech is moving forward. The march is going on. And as some of these things get settled out, those dollars that are sitting on the sideline will make their way into digital assets. And they'll make their way into the strongest, best managed, existing, proven use cases. Trust me, they're not going to be throwing millions of dollars at tokens and coins that have a pretty white paper. They want to see proven execution of the tech in commercial application. And Ripple has that in spades. So yesterday, or the last time I made a video, I talked about the United States dollar, the strength, and how it affects the rest of the world. Well, I made a short little animated video using Doodly, which is a software that I'm practicing with. I'm going to show it to you now. I hope you like it. Please leave your comments regarding should I continue to do that type of work or should I leave that to professionals? Welcome back, everyone. Today, I want to tell you the story of Maria. Maria was a straight-A student in high school. She loved learning and decided to study business at the university. She graduated, and with a small business loan, she leased a storefront and opened her own clothing shop, Ropa Americana Maria. Living in Costa Rica and importing her business's merchandise from the United States, she quickly learns that the purchasing power of the Costa Rican colon often loses ground to the US dollar. She understands that in order to stay competitive and remain profitable, she must figure out a way to beat inflation. She remembers learning from a Jerry Hall video that in an inflationary currency environment, fixed supply assets like gold and silver and digital assets such as XRP, Bitcoin, and Cardano often appreciate, tracking or exceeding the increased currency supply. So as a means to beat the devaluation of her local currency, she downloads the Sum app from XRPL Labs and offers small discounts to all customers who purchase using acceptable digital assets. She's saving money on payment processing and staying on par with import costs of her merchandise. Maria has figured out how to beat inflation. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Pura Vida. I hoped you liked that short video about Maria. And I want to draw your attention to tonight's Friday night live stream, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My guest tonight will be Santiago Velez, former nuclear engineer turned blockchain aficionado. This guy is as sharp as a tack, most likely going to be the smartest or one of the smartest men in any room he's standing in. It was a pleasure having a conversation with him that I'm sure you'll find in my one-on-one playlist. But tonight he's going to be live in studio with me, so I encourage each and every one of you to mark it in your calendar, come and ask your questions, and enjoy the conversation. We're going to talk about the digital economy. We're going to talk about various outcomes as it pertains to inflationary currencies. So that's my video for today, folks. I'm going to leave you with something that was sent to me by an incredible guy. This is Eagle from Blockchain Monkeys. He did a little song, and I'm going to share it with you all right now.
How are you, my friend?
What's going on, my brother, man?
It is great to see you, man.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in the streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in the streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. First we research, then we research that research. Throw it on that nano ledger, pull that heat first. We used to fun and the Twitter beef, cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We say about it swift, keep it walking, respect your elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking. And shout out to my blockchain monkeys who came out of that safari to our beat chain party. Jason Rockwood with it. You can give us the W, cause it's gorillas in this jungle. Sunny Lou, they rocking with me. Oh, they feeling me. ODL, that's the order, man. Let's twin it in. Hey, Wall Street, we got what you need. I love for crypto. Let's win it. Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in the streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in the streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I'm talking mad research. It'll make a head spin, cause it was CKJ and it was D-A-I and it was always Kevin Cage with some C-M-I and mixing crypto. That's a lot of legendary. I was screaming to the masses, acting like they couldn't hear it. With a lot of Rob Cash and Gem Crypto. How you living? Did I say deep chain? Token vision. It's popping out. And Mikey, yo. Uncle Sam, cause he took me on a lifeboat. But she got a fatty. And she's a nurse. I'm here to put my rocket in her universe. Oh, this is freedom here. I'm talking Rogerville. Antonopolis. That's what got me here. Walking in this bitch like Jim Swartz. I'm an arson. To a party and we're right after the license. Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in the streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in the streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. How you living? They say we doomed. I beg to differ. Those is on the moon. How you living? They say we doomed. I beg to differ. Those is on the moon.
Are you participating?
Oh, that was just off the hook. Right on. That tune is available on Steam Cloud from, obviously, Eagle at Blockchain Monkeys. Until next time, everybody, from Costa Rica. Pura Vida.